Sweet. JPEGMAFIA, nice to finally meet you.
So,
My name is Taylor. Just kind of first pressing question out of the way. I saw Slow Tie recently tweeted that JPEGMAFIA, Denzel Curry, Travis Barker should all form a band. What do you think the band name should be called?
extremely aligned.
Extremely Aligned? Nice. Are they all in agreement with that? Or are they all in agreement with that?
No, but Alfonso Pierre is.
Yeah, that's all that matters. You've also said like multiple times that your one goal is to kind of be financially sustainable in music. I'm assuming that you've reached that. You've performed at Coachella. You've accomplished many feats. What do you have like a new goal that you're setting out, or?
I mean, for me now, I think the new goal is like to just go as far as I can with what I can do, because like I don't think I'm realizing now, I guess from the reception of this album, I'm realizing like I'm not supposed to be doing any of the things that I'm doing, or like I'm not even supposed to be here really. Like I shouldn't be here. So like niggas is trying to form a narrative around me that like whatever. It's again, niggas have ears. So like I'm gonna keep doing like exactly what it is I'm doing, because since I feel like I'm not even supposed to be here anyway, there's no lane that exists that is even like this, because I made this. This is me. People come to me for a specific thing, and they're only gonna get it from me. So now that I'm here, I'm gonna double down on that, because like, fuck everybody.
Absolutely.
It's just like, what can you do?
Yeah, one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan is because you're like so uncompromising, and you just put all your emotions like on the track.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. Honestly, yeah, man. All right.
And you said like rap is one of the most fastest evolving genres.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but what do you think about your music? Because I see you as like a pioneer that's just like taking rap to new levels. What do you think you're doing that's like moving rap in this like making it evolve faster?
I mean, all this shit is subjective, so it's not even necessarily that I'm specifically doing it. Well, I think this thing I'm specifically doing is like just being as much of myself as possible. And since my MO is to move like that anyway, it's just kind of like creating that just by, I don't even know, by just indirectly is making this kind of thing. But it's the rap evolving, or like pushing things forward, means like just putting your best foot forward and being like, we're not gonna just keep doing the same shit over and over. It's like if you want to hear the same shit over and over, there's a million niggas that you can get that from. Go listen to one of them. We're not doing that shit anymore. It's 2019. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Niggas is honestly genuinely tired. Like, it's nothing against anybody, but like, yeah, there should be a lane where things like me can exist comfortably, honestly.
Do you think a huge aspect of that is like the internet just being able to be a thing? Because I know you moved around a lot as a kid, and like, do you think the internet was kind of like what you called home besides like Baltimore?
Yeah, definitely. The internet has like destroyed all that shit, because it's taken the power out of like people who don't make music's hands. So there are people that like could have like pushed some kind of thing, or like, I don't know, there's people that could have actively stopped a lot of artists that are big now.
Yeah.
Just by like saying, oh, this person's not that good, or you shouldn't listen to this person. But because we have the internet and niggas have ears, it's just completely, it sized up all that shit, because niggas are like, because they hear the shit that they're saying is better than rap and all the other shit, and the niggas are hearing what we're doing, and they're like, you're lying. So like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas have ears, so like, yeah, look, that's about that. The biggest weapon niggas like me have is that niggas have fucking ears, bro.
Absolutely.
My bad. It's random as shit, but like,
No, it's okay.
that's really it.
Because like the predecessors to you were like ODB, and like they didn't have the internet to like blow up or anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. Like if you had the chance to have a sit down dinner with ODB, what would you like ask him?
Man, I'd ask him a lot of stuff, man. I'd ask him like, yo, like, that's actually a really good question. You know, I don't know, because I said it before, ODB kind of predated all this internet stuff. He was kind of like a weirdo in an era where like weirdos had no lane at all. Like now there's like a lane for it, but like back when he was around, it's like you had to be weird and you just had to still be attached to the hood somehow. Like me, I'm from the projects and I'm still a weirdo. It doesn't really make a difference. You can be from anywhere and be anything. And that's what I kind of wanted. That's why like I want to destroy just by existing. Because niggas think I'm supposed to fit into something. Niggas think I'm like an art school student or something. I'm just like, no nigga, I come from this, but I still like this kind of shit. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's impossible. It's just people want to put you in a box and shit. But yeah. That's a good question. What would I ask ODB? I don't even know, bro. I would just have a genuine conversation with him. I don't know if I'd ask him something specific. I would just kind of pick his brain and see like kind of what makes him tick, because it's interesting to see like when you hear the output, when you hear the finished product of what ODB made, you wonder like what started the process and how you ended up here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, how did you end up like screaming for 4 minutes?
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Before your verse, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he just, that's another nigga who's just really doing whatever like, if that came out today, niggas would be scared of it.
You think so?
Probably. If the 2019 equivalent of that came out today, niggas would be terrified. They'd give it 3s and niggas would say it's terrible. Nobody would want to hear it. And then 20 years later, they'd be like, it's groundbreaking.
Go back and change their scores on it and everything.
Yeah.
Something that's changed since then is like rap used to be very machismo, and now you're doing covers of like Carly Rae Jepsen songs, and you even have a line in like All My Heroes Are Cornballs where you talk about Carly Rae Jepsen, right?
Yeah. She's.
What's your opinions on her?
She's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just underrated. I think people pigeonhole her because she has that one hit, that one huge song. But like her albums are really good. She's one of those people that has like a huge hit, but it's masking like the actual like good music behind all that shit. I don't know. Even the album that song is on is pretty good. But yeah.
Yeah, you can't argue with feel good music.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's like it's good pop music. It's good shit.
Yeah.
Like,
A couple more questions. Just how do you think your time like serving in the Air Force kind of influenced your music? Do you think that you weren't so like localized, so you weren't like saying that you're a New York artist, you're like a Baltimore artist, not a Louisiana artist, you're like kind of global, and that's kind of provided by the internet?
maybe so. I don't know if that really influenced. I was already kind of like that. I don't think the Air Force had any real influence on it, except it just made me work harder because it was more difficult situations to work under. But as far as the actual like culture of the Air Force, how did it affect my music? Zero. None. I didn't even allow them to know I made music.
We're just doing it kind of like in between, like late at nights or something?
Yeah, there was no reason for me to tell like some sergeant that I was making music. He wouldn't even. Most people, like if I take the equipment I have through the airport, they think it's a bomb. People don't know anything about music. They don't know what an audio interface is. They don't know what any of this shit is. There's no reason for me to even speak to most niggas about it. Like, especially in the air, before I was even pursuing it, while I was actively trying to like do it, I would have never mentioned it to some nigga from Idaho who joined because he wants to like kill brown people or something. What does he have to tell me about my music?
Yeah.
But yeah, the work ethic is what I took from it, because you had to work under stressful conditions. So like yeah.
And you have, one of the things I like so much about your music is like I'll listen to your album for the first time and I'll like laugh at some of the bars that you have, just because like you have such a sense of humor weaved throughout your music, and especially in the titles. Do you think your sense of humor, like how do you try to incorporate your sense of humor into like your music? Do you think that's an important aspect of it?
I'm not even trying to.
Really?
No, I'm really not. I know it sounds.
Talk about killing Morrissey though.
No, when I said it, I was deathly serious. I think people just tell themselves I'm joking to like make it like less uncomfortable. But because like some of the things I'm saying are just really like, whoa, he can't really mean that. But it's like, no, I would if I had the chance. And like if the situation presented itself and like I had to, yeah, I would. But like I think people tell themselves I'm trolling sometimes to like mask their own feelings about it. But it's just like, if you think I'm lying, then just figure it out yourself. Like it's not. I haven't even told anybody. I'm just literally. If you hear something and you don't believe me, just figure it out. Like try it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I think people just like hear certain things I say, and like some things I am joking. But like honestly, but most of the things I'm joking about, people tend to take seriously, and then most of the things that like I'm being dead serious about, people are like, "Oh, you're so funny," and I'm like, I guess it's not my job to police what people think about it, so I just kind of I don't tell people what to think about it, so it's like they're gonna do it anyway. So, but yeah, I forgot the question.
No, it's okay. Have you ever been confronted by any of your like very blunt like lyrics towards?
A lot. Especially when I was in Baltimore, but since I've been in the music industry, not really, because people in the music industry are completely pussy. But like in Baltimore, yeah, if you said some shit, a nigga would see you about it. But I mean, whatever. Again, I'm not running from anything. I'm literally here. Niggas can see my tour schedule.
Yeah.
No one's hiding. Go to my website. You know exactly where I'm at on October through November.
Absolutely. And last question. What do you think is the most important aspect of rap music? Do you think it's lyrics, flow, or do you think beat? If you had to choose one.
I think all, because I think rap is the only genre where we separate all those things, because like you can focus on the lyrics by itself, or like whereas with other genres it's less dynamic, to be honest. There's not as much to talk about. Like with rap, there's no Young Thug in country music or like rock, because there's no one in rock or country that's that interesting, to be honest. And like the same thing goes like musically. Musically, like a lot of the things are like more technical to do with instruments and stuff like that, but they're just not as dynamic. So like I think all of it is important, and in rap we separate it, but like that's the real truth of it, is that they all kind of work in harmony. Sometimes some things stick out from the other, and sometimes one thing stick out or production sticks out. But like that just depends on the listener, really. But like I think they all work in unison together. I don't really think there should be a focus on bars, because like, for example, someone like Travis Scott is not exactly bar heavy, but like his music has like insane replay value for me. I'm not going to him to hear like super duper bars or anything. Whereas I go to like somebody like Jadakiss or Rock Marciano, I'm going to him to hear bars. If I hear some crazy ass production too, I'm with that. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like we should like allow things to coexist in between and not have to set like a rule on anything, because in no other genre does anyone do that. And like I know niggas in rock and other genres that are trash lyrically and nobody says shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, bro. Like I seen Sigur Ró, and I love Sigur. You know Sigur Ró, the group Sigur Ró?
I actually don't.
There's a group called Sigur Ró. They made this album. It's literally gibberish, like on purpose. They didn't use any words. They're not mumble rappers though.
They just make up words?
They literally made up the words. You can go look up the lyrics. The words don't mean anything. They did it on purpose because they were like, we wanted to be feel. It's a great album, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's crazy to me how nigga can literally say nothing on record, and then Young Thug can have the craziest bars ever and be a mumble rapper, and a nigga can literally mumble for a whole album, and like it's perfectly fine. But like I don't know. Yeah, I think rap is the only genre where we separate that shit. So I think they all work in unison. My bad. I'm like,
no, I love to hear you talk.
Like long-winded.
No, I love to hear you talk. Thank you. I think that was the last question. I think that was a good note to end it on. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the performance. It was
Absolutely.
one of my favorite performances.
Pray, pray, pray. Pray you get comfy in your disguise. Pray for my thoughts on the other side. Pray for my children I can't provide. I feel 45. Pray when you shoot us a homicide. Pray for my haters, they tear.